Welcome back to Newsstand. I can't get down from here. It's scary. The FBI has sent agents to Minnesota daycare centers to crack down on some bullshit fraud allegations blaming Somali people. I'm not on Twitter anymore, so I don't really know what's going on with this story, but as I understand it, some right-wing influencer convinced all the Nazis on Twitter that daycare centers in Minnesota that are run by Somali residents are defrauding millions of dollars from Minnesota taxpayers. This is because they're conflating it with the state's problems with fraud cases over the last few years, even though the state has handled those, and a bunch of people such as a woman named Amy Bach have already been convicted. So, just another example of Republicans blowing a problem way out of proportion by blaming a group of people whose skin is any darker than a peach Crayola crayon. A word from our writer from Minnesota: the FBI is run by a bunch of corrupt ghouls. But as someone who spent time in Minnesota daycares, so are Minnesota daycares. They disinfected nothing. I was 4 years old, deep in the communal Lego bin, thinking, I put Hot Wheel cars in my mouth because I like the texture, but even this is too dirty for me. They are funneling the Purell savings right into their pockets. This I know to be true. Look at this daycare right by my dad's house. I would not leave my child here. The huge lettering is obviously Wile E. Coyote tactics. Thank you to our writer from Minnesota. And back to me. Personally, I would never send a kid to a place that uses the word cream twice in its name. Krispy Kreme, you're on thin ice. Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream, you're built different. So, in fish news, over the course of a few weeks since late November, a bunch of crab meat, 40,000 oysters, and $400,000 worth of lobsters were stolen in Maine. The seafood was supposed to go to Costco stores in Illinois and Minnesota, but a fake trucking company stole the damn crabs. We here at Newsstand have obtained a security photo of the seafood thief. It's a shame when wildlife has to turn to crime just to make ends meet. Tariffs. Speaking of criminals, during a joint news conference with Benjamin Netanyahu, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, the president was asked about the recent strike on a dock in Venezuela where he claimed they load up the boats with drugs. AP News reported that the CIA is responsible for the drone strike. Fun times. Sorry, did you say joint news conference? Sounds like drugs to me. Let's get them, boys. Obviously, that was a joke. We'll never see the president or Bibi get arrested. On Thursday, several states banned SNAP recipients from being able to purchase unhealthy foods like soda and candy. RFK Jr. said in December, "We cannot continue a system that forces taxpayers to fund programs that make people sick and then pay a second time to treat the illnesses those very programs help create." End quote. Taxpayers also pay the salaries of Congress, so it looks like they're gonna have to follow the exact same rules. If I see any of them eating anything other than celery or acai berries, I'm gonna lose my shit. One time, I was at a gas station and I heard this middle-aged white lady complaining about someone using food stamps to buy a fancy car, which is not a thing. And I should have said, yeah, buying a nice car on food stamps is even worse than all the billionaires who buy yachts while they collect government subsidies. But instead, I probably just bought a Dr. Pepper, strawberries, and cream and got out of there. You know, RFK Jr.'s statement was actually a very astute observation. As we all know, poor people are the ones who put all those food dyes in the Fruit Loops. Poor people are the ones who put all the preservatives in the shit-ass but more affordable frozen meals. Poor people are the ones who set the prices of healthy organic foods to be multiple times the price of the shit-ass foods. And then when the poor people get sick from eating all the shit-ass food, it's their fault when they can't afford to pay a second time to treat the illness, and not the fault of the richest country in the history of the world for not providing universal health care for all. And it's definitely not the fault of the poor people's employer for not paying them a livable wage in the first place. And I know, RFK Jr. and these people in the administration are not serious people. They don't care. They just want to kill who they view to be the weakest and most expendable among us. I need a drink. Desk Monsters, can you get me a Dr. Pepper? But there's drinks down here? All right. Ginger ale. You know, if we were in Iowa, I wouldn't even be able to buy ginger ale with food stamps. That'll save lives. And taxpayer dollars. Speaking of saving lives, the administration is looking to make it easier for endangered species to go extinct. Part of their overall pro-life plan to make people go hungry, make healthcare costs increase exponentially, and cut off aid to people in need around the world. Apparently critics, which is a sneaky code that means the oil, mining, and agriculture industries, think the 1973 Endangered Species Act, quote, has been wielded too broadly to the detriment of economic growth, end quote. Hey, American Bison, do you think the Endangered Species Act was wielded too broadly? I'll take your silence as tacit agreement. Zoran Mamdani was inaugurated as the new mayor of New York City, and they did it twice. Even when you're being sworn in as the new mayor of the biggest city in the US, you still can't escape two-factor authentication. Damn. That might be normal, but I don't know. Broadway legend Mandy Patinkin sang Somewhere Over the Rainbow at Zoran's inauguration. Whoa. What do you mean you don't know who Mandy Patinkin is? Broadway icon, Sunday in the Park with George, Evita, Secret Garden. The Princess Bride? Zoran started his term as New York City mayor with executive orders focused on addressing housing, a key issue in his campaign. He signed another executive order that revokes every one of the executive orders Eric Adams made after the date of his indictment. It's a fun moment in contemporary politics where after every election, the new guy is like, first order of business, fuck the old guy. I hate the old guy. It's like a constant revolution, actually pretty Marxist in a way. But in most ways, not at all that. But I'm excited to see what positive change Zoran can bring to New York City. And even more excited to see how establishment Democrats and Republicans can unite together to make sure he can't change a thing and then blame it on socialism. Ooh, spooky socialism. Ooh, spooky. Ooh, it's gonna get you. Ooh. In space news, NASA has found an odd exoplanet, which is a planet outside of our solar system. Some fun new vocab I just learned. The planet orbits a star and its gravitational forces have pulled the planet into the shape of a lemon. We found a lemon planet, and I won't rest until it's safe inside my ass. Yes, we found a planet in the shape of a lemon, and one day, I'm gonna fuck that planet. Fine, yes, fine, we're gonna fuck that planet. You guys can't see it, but right now we're holding hands. God damn it. They gave me another fucking ginger ale. In European news, since last spring, there's been a public backlash among Dutch officials and local residents in the Netherlands after the American Battle Monuments Commission went to a cemetery in the Netherlands and removed 2 displays honoring black troops who helped liberate Europe from the Nazis. Keep in mind, the Dutch are the same people who do the blackface Santa thing, and even they are like, where is the respect for the black people? Oh boy. The desk monsters think that was racist against Dutch people. Seriously? Did you see the pictures from their blackface festival? Oh, and my silly little accent is the most insensitive thing you've seen today. Sure. This has been another episode of Newsstand. I didn't hear a peep out of you when I was talking about all the SNAP benefits that people have lost. Typical. Typical. Oh yeah, I went there. Yeah? Truce? You mean it? Make your promise under the desk? Okay. Another ginger ale. Great. Awesome. You fucking motherfuckers. 0 sugar? They really are monsters. In fish news, hashtag not an ad. I don't know how to do this without it sounding worse. I thought the Dutch accent was gonna be safe. Sorry, did you say joint? Well. Kentucky Doobie.